Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. So today I got another lore video for you guys, and this one is a character analysis on Melvin Harris, most commonly known as Big Smoke. Big Smoke is one of the main characters in GTA San Andreas, and he plays a massive role. He is a huge part of the reason why CJ flees Los Santos, and the reason why Sweet was ambushed and put in a prison hospital. I have two other videos regarding him. One is who really killed CJ's mom, where I explain what happened to CJ's mom and everyone who was involved in it, and I have another one of the hidden signs that Big Smoke betrayed CJ, which is one of my most popular videos of all time. Check them both out if you like this one. But in this video, I wanted to do a deep dive into Big Smoke, and I wanted to explain his betrayal specifically. What pushed me to make this video is that I see so many comments of people saying that Big Smoke never wanted to betray CJ, and that Tenpenny forced him to. People question whether Big Smoke regretted betraying CJ or not. I'm gonna answer all of these, and hopefully put this debate to rest, because I personally feel like a lot of people are wrong on this. I will have my opinion in this video, but I will also be backing it up with a lot of facts and evidence that I have to support my claims. Now anyways, let's get started. Why does Big Smoke really betray CJ, and did he regret it? Big Smoke is first introduced in the very first mission, where he mistakes CJ for a burglar, or supposedly mistakes CJ for a burglar. I'll talk about that a little bit later and why he was in the house. Big Smoke, throughout the early story of GTA San Andreas, is always very friendly to CJ. In fact, he's way too nice. It's completely understandable why Sweet is angry at CJ. CJ was last of his brother Brian before he died, and afterwards CJ packed up and left for Liberty City.
Man, they're gonna be real happy to see you. Hey, what's up, y'all? Look who I found hanging around.
Carl, hey, good to see you.
I can't believe she gone, man.
That's another funeral you ran away from, fool. Just like Brian's.
Hey, she was my mama too.
Not for the past 5 years she wasn't, nigga. And where the fuck you think you going?
What? Get out my face. I'm going to see Caesar.
The hell you are, girl. You ain't messing with them essays. You know we beefing. They ain't nothing but a bunch of
I love
lowlife.
women. What the fuck are you?
At least I got principles.
Oh, and I guess that makes you an upstanding American. Carl, tell him.
Carl, don't tell me shit,
As long
bitch.
as he treat her right, disrespect you, and he
How
did.
the hell you gonna say that? Like it's any business of yours.
Fuck you, Sweet.
Oh, shit.
Asshole.
Here we go again.
This shit's real fucked up. Everything.
What you mean?
What, apart from your mother being dead? Things are going real bad. Here, let me show you Running Man. Tony's buried over there. Little Devil over there. And Big Devil over there. Man, it's just crazy. Everybody blasts on fools first, then ask questions second.
CJ was seen as running away and leaving the hood and all of his friends behind. It makes sense why both Ryder and Sweet initially treat him with hostility. However, Big Smoke is the only one that is very nice to him. And the reason that I say this is so important is because he's just too nice. And I will say the same thing I have said a year ago when I made my video on Big Smoke's betrayal, the top 5 hidden signs. When I used to work in retail, and someone, a customer, was being way too friendly, they were being much nicer than normal, oftentimes they were trying to pull some kind of scam. They were trying to deceive you. They were trying to lie and trick you into something. The reason Big Smoke is being extremely friendly to CJ is because he wants him to feel comfortable. I believe this is so because early on in the story, he sees how capable CJ is, and he doesn't want CJ to see through him and his act, and potentially ruin his plan. My proof of this is in the mission Reuniting the Families. The mission right after this is the Green Sabre, where Big Smoke's betrayal is revealed. In the mission, the second the cops show up, Big Smoke and Ryder split and leave CJ and Sweet there.
I don't like this, man. Look at all them other family hoods. They used to be Grove Streets.
Relax. We straight, they straight. How about you, Smoke?
Hey, I'm feeling a little exposed, but I'm good.
This is the Los Santos Police Department. Everybody stay where you are.
Oh, shit!
All units, rock and roll. Man, what you doing?
Carl, get back in, man. We out of here, baby.
I ain't leaving my brother. I ain't no buster.
Man, this every motherfucker for himself.
But now here's the question. If Big Smoke was planning on having Sweet killed in the next mission the next day, why did he bother coming back for CJ and Sweet? Wouldn't it have made much more sense to leave them there and hope the cops killed them? The reason is because it had nothing to do with loyalty, but it was a survival instinct on Big Smoke's part. Big Smoke is an opportunist. He cares about himself mainly. The reason he came back for CJ and Sweet is because after he drove off, he probably started panicking and thinking, oh crap, what if CJ and Sweet survive and don't get arrested? Remember, Big Smoke saw how capable CJ was. He witnessed CJ fighting through dozens of Russian mobsters when he accompanied Big Smoke in his deal with the Russian Mafia. If Big Smoke and Ryder never showed up to pick them up, I believe very strongly CJ and Sweet still would have made it out. Would have been a lot harder, but they still would have made it out. And what did CJ say to Sweet when he saved him? Remember.
What took you? We're smoking Ryder.
They shook on us.
Fuck it, let's get out of here.
That's right, Smoke and Ryder bailed on him. This would have been the final straw for Sweet. Big Smoke had repeatedly questioned his leadership on numerous occasions, and now he abandoned him and CJ. Sweet would have gotten rid of Big Smoke and Ryder immediately when he got back to Grove Street. Big Smoke pulling up was to somehow get back in his good graces so his plan isn't ruined. I can see no other explanation of why Big Smoke returned when he just screws him over in the next mission in the Green Sabre. Let's take a look at all the times that Big Smoke questions Sweet's leadership, because he does a lot. The first is in the introduction to GTA San Andreas. This is a 20-minute cutscene that shows the backstory of a lot of the characters a few weeks before CJ arrives in Los Santos. Big Smoke has two cutscenes, but let's focus on the one with Sweet for now. Big Smoke is questioning Sweet's leadership, and he's talking about crack cocaine. Now remember, this is the 1990s. Crack becomes an epidemic at this point. Any gang that gets in on that is going to be making millions of dollars. He is saying that the Ballas are dealing crack, and we should too. He justifies it as saying it's going to make us a lot of money.
Baby needs diapers. Oh, shit.
Hey, fool, we losing the streets, man.
Nah, we just standing by our principles, homie.
But our principles are making us bitches, man. Everyday ballers get stronger, and you and I get weaker. You and I get poorer, man.
Man, that shit'll blow over.
Oh,
it always
whatever,
does.
This ain't a fucking playground craze, man. This is the biggest money-making opportunity that guys like us will ever see.
I got all the shit I need. Man, I thought we was in this for the hood. Not destroying the family, man. It's Grove Street, nigga.
Talking to holding families together. You heard from CJ lately?
We ain't speaking. He got his own life, more than he deserved.
Brian been dead, what, 5 years now?
Yeah, CJ had 5 years when he should have been dead. Man, I lost two brothers, man. One got killed and one showed himself. Oh, perpetrating ass.
You real gangster, man, but you gotta lighten up. See, CJ,
and CJ running around like a fool on the East Coast. He can rot in hell for all I give a fuck.
And what does Sweet say? He says that we are keeping our principles, to which Smoke says that our principles are making us weaker. Now, as much crap as people give Sweet, he is an idiot at times, but he does have a very admirable trait about him that I don't think a lot of people talk about, and that is that he is uncorruptible. That's right, he is uncorruptible. Sweet is very narrow-minded at times, and does give CJ crap for leaving the hood, but one thing he will never do, he will never ever betray his friends. Sweet is the type of guy that would rather die in prison than rat someone out or betray them. This call alone shows just how much Sweet despises crack.
What's up, Sweet?
We got a problem. Some punk-ass base-head fool has been slanging to his Grove brothers.
What? Who?
Check this out. He's been buying shit over in Glen Park. He know the hood is talking, and he's hiding out with his new ball of friends.
Shit, man. How we gonna get to him?
It's time for you to announce your return, CJ. You fuck up Glen Park, and that turncoat bitch-ass nigga's gonna lose nerve and make a break for it.
Okay, I'm gonna come pick you up.
Hell no. This is your gig, CJ. You need some stripes. Get over to Army Nation and get a heater.
And look at what Big Smoke once again says in cleaning the hood.
You gotta keep it real, man.
Man, nobody give a shit about the hood.
I do.
All they do is sell yay and ruin the place. No crack ever made a gang type.
I don't know, man.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, CJ?
What's crack?
Man, all they care about is smoking and money.
You can't knock a homie's hustle, Sweet.
Them marks ain't soldiers. They idiots trying to be businessmen.
Yeah, but they down with us, man.
All they down with is money. CJ, go down there and show these fools you mean business. These chumps from the ballers are sweating the homies. Go put pressure on them. Let's do it.
We've been putting time in the hood, but we gotta get the homies back together. Like the old days.
Yeah, you right. So you and Ryder gonna handle your business. Man, they're slang to their own mama. They don't care about nothing.
You're naive, my friend. We gotta keep our focus.
That's right, he's trying to push crack. Sweet is 100% right. They don't care about the hood. They don't care about loyalty. They only care about crack money. And the last time we see Big Smoke question Sweet's leadership is in Drive-Thru.
What's happening with you, Ryder?
Respect has to be earned, Sweet, just like money.
So what you saying? You don't respect me?
What I'm saying is,
Speak up, nigga.
I'm hungry.
Ah, man, shit. Hey,
Man
what's going
cannot
on?
live on bread alone. I know. I tried that shit. Carl, you look a little thin, man. You gotta be hungry, man.
Yeah,
Man,
I
what
could
you
eat.
fools trying to eat?
That's
What about
wrong.
some tacos?
Tacos again? Hell no.
Chicken, man. No
Man,
discussion.
I don't want no chicken.
He says that respect has to be earned, just like money. Sweet is right when he says, so what are you saying? You don't respect me? He doesn't. Big Smoke doesn't respect you. There's a difference between respect and money. But here, we can see just how Big Smoke really feels about it. He thinks the only way to earn respect is through money. Respect is earned through hard work and proving yourself, being honorable, loyal, showing no fear, not backstabbing your friends for drug money. You could be extremely poor, but be highly respected, and be very rich, but have no respect. Once Sweet steps up to Big Smoke, he backs off, and instead quickly changes the subject about food. A lot of players laughed at this and thought this was just his personality, but in reality, it was him showing signs of betrayal. He just tries to change the conversation, that's why he talks about food. Now, once you're driving up to the drive-thru, CJ brings up his mom's death, and Ryder talks about the green Sabre. This is because Ryder is well aware of what happened, and he is working with Big Smoke, but Big Smoke tries to change the topic and shut Ryder up.
Our moms get killed. We gotta talk about it.
We all gotta talk about it. They was going for Sweet.
How you supposed to know that? You know what people are like. Say they have love for you, but won't say a word. Too damn scared.
Some people say they saw a green Sabre doing the work, then speeding away.
Yeah, but people like to talk, don't they? Anyway, that's half of Santos you talking about.
Yeah, you right. My bad.
Hey, bruh.
They had sprayed the house. I ain't see shit.
At the drive-thru, CJ wants to keep talking about it, but Big Smoke keeps talking about food, just to keep changing the subject.
Can I take your order, please?
Carl, what do you want? You gotta eat to keep your strength up, man.
Hey, I'll take a number 9. Fat boy.
Give me a number 9, just like his.
Let me get a number 6 with extra dip.
I'll have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, a number 7, 2 number 45s, 1 with cheese, and a large soda.
Hey, sorry, bruh. You know I gotta know about mine.
I know, CJ, I know. I mean, I'm just trying not to think about it, is all. I mean, I didn't even know she was hit until it was all over.
Yeah, right. Let's eat.
Hey, don't we got beef around here? We been getting into it with these fools.
I can't stand cold food. Unlike you, I ain't never ate from a trash can.
Oh, shit. Trash can bitch.
Pass me my food.
Hey, look. Kilo Trey scoping us out.
Damn, Ryder, you a jinx.
Shit, them motherfuckers headed to the hood.
Drive by!
Once the Ballas show up, CJ chases them with Ryder and Sweet shooting, but Big Smoke isn't shooting. Instead, he's eating, but doing this as a cover.
Hit it, go! Hit the gas, we gotta ice these niggas.
Why you ain't blasting, Smoke?
I'll shoot him when I'm done eating.
Quit stuffing your motherfucking mouth. Let's go.
I ain't stuffing it, homie. I'm enjoying my meal. Hey, kill that asshole! Ah, shit, this is a great sandwich.
Smoke, stop stuffing your face and start popping them ballers.
I'm trying to enjoy my food.
And those fools are trying to enjoy our deaths. Now come on, Smoke, shoot!
Hey, I'm just finishing my fries. My special!
Oh shit, you got ketchup all over the seat.
The business at hand, motherfucker, the business at hand.
But these was clean pants.
Stab out of here, CJ.
Big Smoke is refusing to shoot at his allies. That's what this is about. Once you drop him off, CJ asks Big Smoke what is wrong with him and what's going on exactly. Big Smoke gives a very strange answer, like he's speaking in riddles. We don't realize it at first, but Big Smoke is basically telling CJ in code language that he's screwing Grove Street over. How exactly? Let's take a look at what Big Smoke says.
What was with you back there, Smoke?
Man, if you can eat your food while everybody else is losing theirs and blaming you, you straight, homie.
What?
Nothing. Just some poetry I read.
Hey, Smoke, tell me why you moved out the Grove.
Man, got some money from my aunt. I mean, it's a nice place and all, but the Grove is in my heart, baby. It's where my dogs is at.
Yeah, okay, homie.
Hey, thanks, Carl. Hey, I miss having you around, baby.
Thanks, man. I wish Sweet thought like that.
He don't mean it, CJ. He's still real tore up about your moms, man. Here, get yourself a little smoky smoke on smoke and relax, homie.
Man, if you can eat your food while everyone else is losing theirs and blaming you, you straight. What he's really saying here, and I'm going to put it down below, is, man, if you can profit while everyone else is getting screwed and blaming you, then you're good. He is substituting food for money or profit, while everyone else losing theirs means they are getting screwed, backstabbed. Big Smoke is justifying his betrayal, saying if you can benefit while everyone else is getting screwed over, then that's alright. In the mission 9s and AKs, Big Smoke also says this to CJ.
What's going on, man? Shit seemed pretty fucked up.
People have to open their eyes and their hearts, CJ.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the choices all men face, brother. Sometimes they seem real, but other times there's no choice at all.
At least you still talking shit. You ain't changed a bit.
Who, me? No, never.
People have to open their eyes and their hearts, CJ. I'm talking about the choices all men face, brother. Sometimes they seem real, but other times there's no choice at all. Here's what I think he's really saying. People have to see what's going on in the real world. I'm talking about all the choices people experience. Sometimes the right thing seems like the real choice, but in reality it isn't. What I think he's basically saying here is he's saying that you might be doing the right thing by sticking by your friends, but they're really holding you back. He's trying to justify himself in a way towards CJ, explaining why he is screwing him and Grove Street over without directly saying it. I will also talk about this choice part a little bit later. Now later on in the mission Drive-By, Big Smoke actually does shoot his gun at the Ballas. Why does he shoot here and the other time he didn't? This is the reason why.
Carl, let's get back to the Grove.
Alright, I'm on it.
Oh, man. That food filled a hole.
You chubby motherfucker. Next time you better start blast or I'm gonna blast you myself.
Smoke, you wide, man. I mean, wide.
And that's why you love me, baby.
It's because Sweet called him out on doing nothing in the drive-thru mission. Big Smoke used the excuse of his hunger, that he was hungry, not to shoot. If Big Smoke didn't shoot again, Sweet would know something is up and get rid of him. That's why Big Smoke shoots at the Ballas despite working with them. It's to save himself. It's a survival tactic. Now, in all of Big Smoke's missions, other than OG Loc, they really don't involve you helping Grove Street. For example, he has CJ help buy some marijuana from some Vagos, a hostile gang to Grove Street.
Yo soy el grande smokio, and I want that grass, comprende?
Hey, fuck you, cabron.
What?
Now that ain't nice. Coffee-o up El Guido before I blow your brains out all over the patio.
Chinga tu madre, pendejo.
Oh, man, let me get to here.
Fuck this, man.
Fuck this. Get him, Smoke.
Yeah, you can get that shit now. Get him. What you talking about? Yeah, motherfucker, Big Smoke. Remember that name.
Then he has CJ go to the train station where he happens to know some San Fierro Rifa are meeting some Vagos.
Looking for a smoke?
Some Vagos cats meeting some San Fierro Reefer, cutting some kind of deal.
San Fierro? I thought northern Mexicans don't mix with Los Santos SAs.
Shit, you got me.
That look like them.
Motherfuckers clocked us. We gotta get those fools.
Lastly, he meets up with some Russian gangsters, and notice what Big Smoke does. He tells CJ to wait outside.
That not be another cop errand, man.
No, man, this is strictly for the homies. I gotta be honest with you, CJ. We could be getting into some heavy shit, babe.
What you into, Smoke?
Lot of shit about to go down, Carl. Families coming back, ballers pushing base, Russian cats with nothing to lose about to bust some ass.
Russians?
Now, all my life, I've been told to fear the Ruskies, but I ain't never even met one. Then the wall comes down and we all supposed to be friends. 5 minutes later, my cousin gets laid out by some Rusky fresh off the boat.
For real?
For real. Look, Carl, before I walk in there, I just need to know you down with this shit, man.
Look, Smoke, we go way back. We grows, man.
That's what I'm talking about. That's my dog. Hey, look, if you hear shit start to pop off, come in there blasting, all right?
I'm down, dog. Hey, baby, want company?
Motherfuckers!
Now at this part, we know that Big Smoke yells for CJ to get inside, and there is a big shootout with the Russian Mafia. A lot of people think that Big Smoke was trying to have CJ killed in this part, but I don't think so. Here's what I think happened. A lot of people are confused on the role of the Russian Mafia in the storyline. Here's their role exactly. The Russian Mafia also appears in the final mission End of the Line. There's a few of them in the Ballas lounge that actually shoot at CJ. San Andreas takes place in 1992. This is only a few months after the fall of the Soviet Union. The Russian Mafia were the ones who were providing the guns to the Los Santos crack empire that they stole from Russia after the Soviet Union collapsed. They were bringing guns over. This is also further reinforced in the mission Great Imports, where Tenpenny tells CJ about the Ballas buying a lot of guns since the wall came down, a reference to the Berlin Wall.
As an officer in charge of putting an end to gang violence, I find myself in a difficult moral position, Carl.
Yeah, right.
Carl, I'm hurt. I truly am. And just as I was about to help those poor Grove Street boys.
Oh, yeah? How?
I like the status quo, Carl. I like having all you bastards doing my job for me, blowing each other's guts all over the side.
Dumb bastards.
Now, if it's brought to my attention that one tribe gets an unfair advantage over another, that truly troubles me, Carl.
So what you saying, man?
I'm saying the Ballas have brains, Carl. They watch the news. I'm saying they're making friends, cutting deals, and tooling up for more than half-assed drive-bys. Lots of cheap guns coming into America since the fall of the wall, Carl.
Man, cut that bullshit, Tenpenny. Just say what you mean, man.
Go check out a busy freight warehouse down the docklands and you'll see what I mean, Carl.
Yeah, okay.
Y'all take care now.
For sure.
The Russian Mafia were selling AK-47s to the Ballas and the Vagos, and Big Smoke probably tried to do a deal with them. Here's what I think happened. Big Smoke probably lowballed them, which offended them. In the criminal underworld, if somebody's doing an illegal, deal for guns or drugs, lowballing somebody can get you killed. They may not have known that Big Smoke was involved with the Ballas yet, and they got angry and tried to kill him. Big Smoke's a pretty greedy guy, that's why I think he lowballed them. The reason CJ wasn't invited inside is because he knows how poorly armed Grove Street is, as in the mission 9s and AKs. If Big Smoke really wanted to help arm Grove Street, he would have taken CJ to the Russian arms dealers. Not to Emmett, but he didn't want CJ to know about his contacts with the Russian Mafia. If CJ saw Big Smoke doing some major arms deal with the Russian Mafia, he would figure out that something is wrong. Big Smoke probably brought CJ over as insurance to protect him in case things went bad, because he can't be seen with any Ballas, at least not at this point in the storyline, because they would link him to Crash. The Russian mobster even says, "Smoke, you and your friend are dead."
Keep your head down, the ass thick as shit in here!
Smoke, you and your friends are dead men.
Motherfucker! Back me up! That's my homie, CJ!
I don't think that Big Smoke was trying to have CJ killed here, or he would have had a huge number of Ballas waiting for him, not Russian gangsters. CJ suspects that there is something wrong, and even tells him, to which Big Smoke brushes it off and instead says they're just really pissed with us right now.
Transportation again! Damn! Roadblock!
Oh, Smoke, these cats is organized. It's something you ain't telling me, man.
Look, Carl, all I know is they real pissed with us right now. Hold on, though, I got an idea.
Now we get to Big Smoke's betrayal in the green Sabre. Caesar calls CJ over and tells him about something going down right now, to which CJ finds out the truth.
Hey,
CJ, it's Caesar, man.
I'm kinda busy now, something big going down.
Essie, I gotta see you, Holmes. Tell you something.
Look, if it's about Kendall, don't worry. We cool, alright?
No, Caesar, you gotta come and see something. Something important, eh?
Well, it's gonna have to wait.
This can't wait, Holmes. If I tell you, you won't believe it, Essie, I swear.
Okay, I got about 5, so it better be good. Where you at?
I'm under the freeway, north side of Vernon Plus.
So you dragged me way across town to see what?
Just in time, Essie. Take a good hard look over there.
So, some ballers hanging around a dope spot. So what?
Just watch, homie.
What the fuck? Oh, no. Shit, Smoke, what you into?
Shh, that's it. Look at that ride.
That's the motherfucking green Sabre. Shit, Smoke? Crash making you sell us out? Moms!
Sorry, Issy. I heard a rumor and poked around. I didn't believe it myself, but...
Nah, you did the right thing. I owe you, C's. I gotta go tell Sweet about... Oh, fuck! Sweet! Look, go get Kendall and take her to a safe place.
What you thinking?
It's Sweet. I think him and the homies is walking into a trap. Just go. Go! Hey, Sweet, man, you all right? You been hit.
CJ, where you been?
Caesar called and showed me some shit. It's Smoke, and he in deep with Tenpenny and some Ballas. He sold us out.
It doesn't matter, man. You gotta get out of here. The cops gonna arrive any second.
Nah, man, I ain't running out on my brother. Yo, Ballas, I'm taking you motherfuckers. You hear me? I'm taking you all down, bitches!
Big Smoke and Ryder screw Grove Street and CJ over. CJ saves Sweet and he gets arrested. Sweet is sent to a prison hospital, while CJ is again forced to work for Tenpenny.
You got a bag over your head, boy. How you feel about that?
Man, take it off. Please, man, I can't breathe, please.
Oh, all right, but only because you said please.
You fucking sick motherfucker.
Intimidate those who intimidate others, Carl. It's my job. Right, Ed?
Yeah. Hey, man, where we at?
The middle of fucking nowhere. Nice, clean air.
Fucking Smoke. Oh, Sweet.
Sweet is alive. Alive and inside. He's in a prison hospital, being treated for gunshot wounds. Awaiting trial.
Yeah. Somehow nobody's caught you yet.
Oh, yeah. You should be glad, Carl. Your moron brother's alive. Your street trash soon-to-be turned-out sister's alive. And she's only sucking one greaseball's dick. Things are going pretty well for you, Carl. So behave, nigga.
We want you to do a little favor for us, Carl.
I can't believe that nigga Smoke turned on me.
Smoke? Smoke does exactly what he's told. He learned that lesson a long time ago.
Damn, man, take it
Yeah,
easy.
homies for life? Street loyalty? That's all bullshit, Carl. Didn't you learn that when they ran you out of town just because you let Brian die? Huh? Eddie, I can't deal with this guy. He's an idiot.
Let me air this fucker out.
No, officer. For once, let's let the kid do something good with his useless life. He's gonna help us with the fight against crime. Right, Carl?
Yeah, by any means necessary.
Now you stay the fuck away from Smoke and stay the fuck away from us. Otherwise, Sweet's gonna find himself on a baller's block getting in touch with his feminine side. Hey, Hernandez, you gonna piss all day?
Get your hands off me, man.
For some reason, we've got a little problem with a former friend of ours. He seems to disagree with some of our methods.
No, who could do that?
Yeah, you'll never find anybody as fork-tongued as this snake-ass bastard. Soon as he gets caught with his hand in the cookie jar, he'll whistle any tune Internal Affairs wants him to.
See, they got him hiding up Mount Chiliad someplace, so they can manipulate his testimony any way they want to.
I want you to pay him a little visit, Carl, and destroy all his evidence before he testifies.
Sort this out, Carl, so Officer Tenpenny can sleep easy at night. Man, we want evidence he ain't gonna talk.
So what is the role of each gang specifically in this whole crack operation, as well as Tenpenny? Tenpenny was the one who came up with the plan. Tenpenny was a corrupt cop from Crash, Community Resources Against Street Hoodlums, which is based on real-life Crash, a real-life corrupt LAPD unit. Tenpenny would extort a lot of the gangs, constantly threatening to arrest them unless they gave him a cut of their illegal operations. Tenpenny, being in law enforcement, saw how much of an epidemic crack was becoming and believed there was a lot of money to be made in this. He threatened Big Smoke and told him to build and lead this big crack empire. He probably threatened to kill him or plant some evidence on him unless he did this. Now, whether Big Smoke had to do this, I will explain later. We know he was threatened, but did he really have to do that? Don't worry, I will explain that. Big Smoke was going to be the leader of this group. In San Fierro, Mike Toreno would fund the crack factories. He brought in the cash that would create the crack. T-Bone, who leads the San Fierro Rifa, would provide security for the crack factories and the deals. Jizzy would be the guy who would organize deals, and he would get 20% of it, to which he gets angry at T-Bone for. He demands 33%.
Now just listen to me, okay? Now it's very important that you listen to me. I ain't no retard, amigo. What you think? What you and Mike think? I'm just a pretty face to y'all? Is that y'all game? Now this here is the dumb muscle that I was talking about. Carl T-Bone, and in reverse.
Sup? Órale ese.
Don't mind him, we go way back.
Hey, Holmes, don't be such a beachy liability.
Liability? Liability for what? Now there's 3 of us and I'm getting 20%. What type of math is that? That's fool's math, player. You and Mike. I sell my soul to you guys. And that's what it's gonna come down to, huh? Screwing me out of my 13%?
You knew the deal. You agreed. Besides, we could have said 5%. And what would you...
And what? Cat got your tongue? You as bad at talking as you is at mathematics?
Hey, you want to make this shit personal, SA? Hello? Yeah. What? Man. Damn. Hey, man, I gotta bounce.
Oh, no, you don't. I invented that trick, baby. Carl, come with me. We gonna have to bust us a couple of melons up in here. What do you mean the shipments have been ambushed? We can't just go out there, T-Bone. It could be a DEA trap.
This was the Loco Syndicate. The reason they used Jizzy to organize deals is because Jizzy ran a club of prostitutes. He would meet a lot of important people at his club, from corrupt politicians to corrupt cops, businessmen, gang leaders, cartels, etc. Jizzy was the guy who would entertain them at his club and help organize a deal. Jizzy was also the fall guy, because he's a bit of an idiot at just how much he trusts CJ. He's the stupidest guy in the Loco Syndicate. And what I mean by this is, if he got arrested, the Loco Syndicate could deny any ties to him, as he wasn't directly involved with the crack factory or the San Fierro Rifa. He just organized deals. I doubt that Toreno would even tell him where the crack factory is. He probably doesn't know. Toreno, we know his ultimate motive was funding the CIA's secret operations. That's why he was running massive drug deals. This is a reference to the CIA's connections to the cartels in the 80s and the 90s. When the CIA gets money from drugs, that's cash that can't be traced, unlike government funding that they get. That's why the CIA gets involved in the crack business in San Andreas, and it's based on real-life events, because the cash they get cannot be traced. As for the Los Santos crack empire, it was united between the Ballas, the Vagos, and corrupt Grove Street members. By corrupt Grove Street members, I mean Grove Street members who were okay with selling crack. The real Grove Street members were completely against that. The Los Santos crack empire bought guns from the Russian Mafia, who were bringing them over from Russia after the fall of the Soviet Union. The Los Santos crack empire, headed by Big Smoke, would send a courier with the cash run by corrupt Grove Street members to San Fierro 2 times a week.
Sup?
The cash is leaving Los Santos again.
Okay, I'm on it.
They would then come back with a ton of crack, and the Ballas and the Vagos, armed with Russian AK-47s, would distribute this poison on the streets of Los Santos. Tenpenny would receive his cut, and in exchange, he would most likely tip them off if law enforcement was going after them. As for where Big Smoke got the money to buy crack in the first place, it was OG Loco. OG Loco, but how? How did he give Big Smoke money? Remember, when CJ stole Mad Dog's rhyme book, OG Loco became famous and rich, while Mad Dog's career fell apart. Big Smoke was made OG Loco's manager, and OG Loco gave him a massive cut, to which Big Smoke used that to buy crack from the Loco Syndicate. Big Smoke also used his job as OG Loco's manager to explain where he got all his money from. It was for tax reasons, and to get less police looking into him. Here's the radio broadcast on it.
Welcome to Entertaining America. This is Laszlo. I gotta say it, pardon me, but don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years, just unemployed. But I'm back, running the media. God, I love this West Coast vibe. Everybody here's so laid back and lazy. I'm here with a man who gets paid to talk for a living. That's incredible. What a concept. He's called a rapper. Oglock, how are you?
Oglock?
It's OG Loke. OG Loke. You hear me, player?
Yes, of course. I hear you. You're only a few feet away, man. Listen, I'm a big fan. I love rap, I think. I mean, singing songs about yourself. That's awesome. How you living?
Straight.
Really? Are you really straight?
What? You gonna question me?
Dude, it's cool. If somebody passes it to me, I don't ask questions. It's probably not laced anyway. So, who out there wants to talk to OG Loke? Caller, you're on Entertaining America.
I love the way you rap about the Louisiana Purchase.
Straight.
You know the French sold us Louisiana so we would have a place to show our tits.
My point exactly. Yeah, we need more naked liberty.
Exactly. Look, I'm no rapper, even though I dress like one, but I think I could really get into, getting hammered, singing about setting things on fire, shooting up funerals, ba-da-ba-ba-ba, striking poses, smoking a lid.
Exactly. You see, the Constitution was written on reefer by dudes with wooden teeth. You see, my clothing company, Low Down, home of the G, says this. I love reefer. It's the rules if you're a rapper.
Wow, those sound like some great rules. You get a lot of flack in the media these days. At a recent press conference, your manager came to your defense.
A lot of people say gangster rap is misogynistic posturing by fake-ass idiots who spend more time in drama school than they ever did pimping or hustling dope. Well, I assure you, OG Loke is the real thing. He's hated women all his life. He's sold drugs to school children. He's murdered innocent people just for kicks. But he rhymes like an angel. And I assure you it's all in a good cause. So either way, you can feel good about yourself listening to this music.
Well, that was very informative. Big Smoke is doing a lot for the community, or to it. He sounds like a great guy. So, I want to get in on this rap thing. Do I have to break dance, do the windmill? Hey, can you body pop?
Come on, Laszlo. You know OG ain't no playboy. I ain't down with that shit. It ain't gangster. I walk the walk. You know what I'm saying?
Fresh. Yo, I'm down. I'm into walking too, but I was thinking maybe we could have a break-off, I could spin on my back.
You being funny?
I'm trying to be.
Watch it, fool. I warn you. I got the streets. I got a rep. Me and my man Smoke, we took over. I've been gangbanging since I was 3. Ice cold killer.
Excuse me? Gangbanging? I never understood that. I mean, other guys in the room while you're... Ugh.
I'm ice cold, bitch. Don't make me dump on you, G. I'm the streets, man. I am gangster. I'm taking rap in a whole new direction. From now, it's about making words rhyme. And I'm going toe-to-toe with you in a minute.
Why do you rappers get so worked up? You're rich. You've won. Stop shooting at each other. And you keep saying, I'm from the streets. Well, you know what, dude? Everyone has a street in front of their house. That doesn't make you cool.
Oh, we got a comedian, huh? You got scraps, huh, bitch? You down? You mark-ass bitch, punk, trick, buster, fool?
I don't know what you said, but this ought to calm you down. I brought you some malt liquor.
You's a buster, fool. Lucky I don't hang you out the window or turn you out, because I'm also a pimp. Including dudes, I'll pimp anything. You hear me?
Oh, dude, I hear you loud and clear, man. You will pimp anything. Listen, how many hot women need a man? Because, it's kind of been a dream of mine to sleep with housewives.
Are you dissing my hoes, bitch?
No, dude. Your hoes are bitches. Your hoes are bitches.
You a buster. What are you?
I'm a buster. I'm a buster. Whatever that is. Dude, put the gun away.
Don't diss my strap.
I love your strap. You're a great guy. Look, I'm just coming down off the 80s. Please, don't shoot me, homie.
Relax, fool. No one's getting dumped on. I'm a warrior poet. I tell a cautionary tale about life on the streets,
Only too well. That was OG Loke. Hey, man, it's been a real pleasure. Straight. Yeah. Good luck with the music. Hope you can make a killing. We'll see you next time. Maybe I'll get to take some callers like I want. If WCTR wasn't holding me back, man. This has been Entertaining America with Laszlo. Peace and chicken grease.
It was a front to cover his cash and explain his wealth. One of the most messed up things that Big Smoke did was he also sponsored an orphanage. He opened an orphanage. Now, this might sound like a good thing. Why would it be a bad thing that he's opening an orphanage? The reality is that there's actually something really evil about it. Listen first to Big Smoke talking about it on the radio.
And more positive news came from street good guy Big Smoke, who today unveiled his new orphanage in a ceremony in Los Santos.
Yes, thank you. I'd just like to say this is a great day for the impoverished and disadvantaged of Los Santos. And it's a real honor that I am as generous as I am. I remember when I was a little boy, my dear mother would ask me what I wanted to be when I grew up. And I said, Mom, I want to be a savior. It's a great opportunity. The Big Smoke Orphanage teaches kids important skills. I was an orphan. I struggled. I saw friends make mistakes and get pulled from the path of righteousness. But now, thanks to the generosity of a great man like me, kids is gonna be saved. Big Smoke, baby! Remember the name!
So what is evil about him opening an orphanage? He's helping people, isn't he? It's that he didn't open the orphanage to help kids. The orphanage he opened was in the hood, and it was for two reasons. The first was the orphanage was going to be another front and to draw less attention to himself. And the second, the orphanage was a recruitment tool. Think about it. These kids were going to be his muscle. These are really poor kids that don't have anything, probably very little to no education as well. Big Smoke comes in when these kids become teenagers and tells them, hey, you want to make thousands of dollars? Work for me, be security, or do drug deals for me. Push crack on the streets for me. These kids who barely have any money to begin with will do it. The reason is because poverty. Poverty is one of the leading factors of crime. Where there is a lot of poverty, there's going to be a big increase in crime all over the world. This is why the hood has so much crime. People are poor and desperate. This happens all over the world where there is poverty and there is going to be an increase in crime. People are desperate and they turn to crime to make money. Gangs want people to stay poor. They want it. And they want people uneducated so that they can recruit them. Big Smoke is a very intelligent character, and he definitely has a very high IQ. Even though a lot of the stuff is really bad that he does, he's very smart in how he manages to run this huge crack empire, do deals with another crime syndicate, hide his money through OG Loke's rapping career, and use an orphanage as a front for his muscle. I'm not praising Big Smoke, but I am saying you have to be a really smart guy to be able to run this massive of an operation. It also shows how good San Andreas' storyline was that you had this massive criminal organization, and each gang and person had a role in it. And what was Ryder's role in this whole thing exactly? Now, a lot of people believe that Ryder was never meant to betray CJ and Grove Street, as CJ doesn't mention his name when he sees him in the green Sabre. This is because Ryder's voice actor quit due to a pay dispute with Rockstar. However, I'm going by the final lore version in the game, and that is that Ryder was a traitor. Ryder was Big Smoke's second in command and head of security. He was the guy that Big Smoke would send when he needed something directly taken care of. Ryder serves as Big Smoke's representative when CJ and Caesar spy on the Loco Syndicate and the Los Santos crack empire. But there's also a few things that Tenpenny did in the storyline that a lot of people don't realize. For example, in the mission Grey Imports, this mission, Tenpenny, like I talked about earlier, tells CJ about a deal that the Ballas and the Russian Mafia are doing. CJ ambushes the deal, wipes out the Ballas, the Russian Mafia, and kills Andre, the head Russian arms dealer. But here's the question. Why does Tenpenny do this exactly? Why does he tell CJ about the arms dealer with the Ballas? He says that he's doing it so that there's balance between the gangs, but that's not the real reason. We know that Big Smoke also deals with the Russian Mafia. I think the reason that Tenpenny told CJ about this was so that the Ballas that are doing the deal there would be hurt and the Russian Mafia would be a bit weakened. So then it would be easier for Big Smoke to deal directly with them. I think that's the reason. And then also later on in the mission, Los Sepulcros, you have to kill Kane at a funeral. Now, this is for Little Weasel. This is the same guy that CJ actually killed. He was a former Grove Street member that was a traitor. It's the same guy that CJ killed in the mission Doberwood. But anyways, about Kane, is what does Sweet actually tell CJ at the beginning of the mission?
Carl, what's up, baby brother?
What's happening?
Peep this. Tenpenny just came by. Said that one of them ballers that you and Smoke laid out, Lil Weasel, is getting buried and all the OGs gonna be there.
At a funeral?
Yeah, we just catch all those ball sack ass niggas at one time.
Hey, what up? What's going on, dog?
At a funeral.
Just like mamas.
What up, family?
Let's go pop these motherfuckers out.
Man? What's cracking?
Hey, look, we gotta go do something real big.
Nigga? What up, kinfolk?
Put Grove Street on the map for good. For life.
All right, nigga.
Grove Street for life.
Let's roll.
He tells CJ that Tenpenny just stopped by, told them about a bunch of Ballas at a funeral. Now, why would Tenpenny tell Sweet about this? And it's not an ambush either. Actually, Grove Street actually gets to jump on the Ballas and takes out Kane. Kane is the highest ranked Balla member that is actually killed in the storyline. It's unknown whether he is the leader, but he's one of the highest ranking Balla members. Now, when CJ actually kills him, this weakens the Ballas, and this actually makes it easier for Big Smoke to work directly with them. So Tenpenny also weakened the Ballas purposely so that it'd be easier for Big Smoke to integrate them into his crack empire. And then also in the mission, reuniting the families. This police raid. People don't talk about how did the police raid happen exactly. How did the police know that all the Grove Street members were going to be meeting there. At the motel, you had a bunch of different Grove Street families meeting there. You had Seville Boulevard meeting, you had the Grove Street meeting, so you had a lot of different families meeting up together. And they were meeting up together to unite against crack. So there's a bunch of gangs coming together to try to get crack off the streets. This directly interferes with Big Smoke and Tenpenny's plan, who want to create this crack empire. I think that this ambush here was set up by Tenpenny. I think Tenpenny was the reason for the police ambush. I think he tipped off the SWAT teams somehow. And I think Big Smoke actually knew that the raid was coming. I think he did. Because beforehand in the cutscene, he's backing Sweet up. Now, he's actually been arguing with Sweet before, but this time he's actually backing Sweet up entirely. When you get to the motel, Big Smoke actually says he's feeling a bit exposed, knowing what's going to happen.
I don't like this, man. Look at all them other family hoods. They used to be Grove Streets.
Relax. We straight, they straight. How about you, Smoke?
Hey, I'm feeling a little exposed, but I'm good.
This is the Los Santos Police Department. Everybody stay where you are.
So what were the police coming for exactly? Because the thing is, though, is that in most places, at least in my country, in the United States, you can't really be arrested for being associated with a gang. You can be arrested when you commit crimes as when you're associated with a gang, but simply being associated with the gang is not enough to charge somebody with. The reason is because in my country, in the United States, it's considered freedom of association who you associate with. So the government really cannot tell you who you can and can't associate with as long as you're not committing crimes. But in this case, Grove Street leaders really weren't committing any kind of crime. They were just all meeting up at a motel. So why the police raid? The only time that the courts can actually tell people they can't associate with somebody is when they're put on probation or parole. Those might be conditions where they might tell them that. But as far as we know, none of these Grove Street members were on parole. And is that enough, even for a SWAT team raid, if somebody's just breaking their parole to just meet up with a bunch of other Grove Street members? What I think here happened is I think it was either Tenpenny was framing them for drugs, ironically, or it was possible weapons charges, because the Grove Street members were all carrying tons of weapons in the motel. So it was one of those two things, but I feel very strongly that Tenpenny was the one who set up the Grove Street members at Reuniting the Families. This weakened them, because if all the families joined in together at this point, think about it, this was the mission right before the Green Sabre. If all the families joined up together and just attacked the Ballas and the Vagos just to get rid of crack, this would have been a massive threat to Big Smoke and Tenpenny and the Ballas and the Vagos. So that's why I think that Big Smoke and Tenpenny actually planned that police raid. Now, going back to Ryder, what if I was to tell you that CJ killing Ryder did more damage to Big Smoke than CJ killing Jizzy, T-Bone, and destroying the Loco Syndicate's crack factory? So why would killing Ryder do more damage than destroying the Syndicate? It's because the Syndicate is a monetary loss. Big Smoke lost a lot of money, and his main source of crack, but they are replaceable. Big Smoke can eventually find another group to buy crack from, and in fact, in the final mission, in End of the Line, it's revealed he is producing crack now, as well as he has a lot of former Refa members working down there. The reason that killing Ryder hurts Big Smoke the most is because Ryder isn't replaceable. Ryder is an idiot, but he's loyal to Big Smoke. Smoke knows that Ryder is too stupid to run the operation himself, so he isn't worried about him betraying him. Smoke trusts him fully. Once Ryder is killed, Big Smoke has no one he can really rely on, as he and Ryder go way back. Everyone else that works for him is new and former rival gangs. Any one of them could be trying to kill Big Smoke and taking over his business. At this time in the story, there's actually a power struggle in the Los Santos crack empire. B-Dup is a former Grove Street member and a trader dealing now. He essentially becomes Big Smoke's second after Ryder is killed, but Big Smoke doesn't trust him fully either. And all the Ballas that are guarding B-Dup aren't just there to protect him, but to watch him. That's why B-Dup says that Big Smoke has gone crazy after Ryder died.
Hey, nah, I ain't had no choice. I was threatened. Shit came from the boss, homie.
What? Pop this motherfucker, man. I'm tired of hearing this bullshit.
Nah, man, I'm sorry, dog. Huh? Smoke's fucking crazy. He paranoid. Just sit in the house thinking other fools want his business.
Where's Smoke?
I can't tell you that.
Then I'll snatch your fucking tongue out.
Man, I ain't saying nothing, homie, because I don't know. Only his lieutenants know where he at.
I'd have wet your shirt anyway.
Bear! Hey, Bear, get the fuck out here.
What's up, your lordship?
Kill these motherfuckers, and I'll give you a whole quarter sack. Now handle that. Shoot him. The fuck is wrong with you? You ain't hear what the fuck I said?
I'm tired
Bear,
of
what the fuck you doing?
I'm tired
Come
of
on,
praying,
man.
And I'm tired of doing your fucking housework.
Oh, shit.
I'm free.
Man, what the fuck you do that for, man?
CJ, man, come on, put me back on the team. Give me 20 bucks and I'm all yours, man. Blast from the past.
Hey, let's take a ride, homie. I'm gonna shoot you somewhere you gonna enjoy.
So Bear used to be a big Grove Street member, and he got addicted to crack. Big Smoke wasn't hurt that much that his former friend was dead, but the fact that he could trust Ryder. Think about it. Big Smoke is involved in a business where everyone is out for themselves. These are all a bunch of criminals. There's not really such a thing as true friendship in this thing. And now the only guy that you actually trust, that you go way back with, is dead. So now his business and his empire basically starts falling apart because he can't trust anyone anymore. So now we know how the rest of the story goes. CJ arrives back in Los Santos and starts taking back territory from the Los Santos crack empire during the Los Santos riots. CJ eventually confronts Big Smoke and kills him. But here's the final question. Was Big Smoke forced to do everything he did, and did he regret it? Well, the answer is kind of complicated. Here's the background. Tenpenny wanted to create this crack empire that he could extort for money. In Tenpenny's sick mind, he also believed he was somehow reducing gang crime by having the remainder of Grove Street join with the Ballas and the Vagos and flood the streets of crack. Tenpenny wanted someone he could control as the leader of this crack empire. He chose Big Smoke to be that leader. But here's the thing that most people do not think about. Why Big Smoke specifically? Wouldn't it have just been easier to just make Sweet the leader of this crack empire and not have to go through all this stuff? Sweet was the leader of Grove Street. Wouldn't it have just been much more simple to go directly to him and threaten him instead of going to his second-in-command, Big Smoke? So now you see the truth. The reason that Tenpenny went to Big Smoke and not Sweet is because Sweet would have never agreed to that. Remember how anti-crack Sweet is? Just listen to him in Reuniting the Families.
Turn the TV off right quick. Listen up, fellas. Like we were saying. No more base in the streets.
Finally.
Peep this. We're going to unite the families once more because the Ballas have been pumping our guys full of base for too long while we argue amongst ourselves. So all the family sets going to meet down at the Jefferson Motel. I say it's time we went down there and made it official. Keep that shit off our streets. I vote I'm our representative on this one.
That's right.
Hey, it's all good. If Sweet think he can handle it, I'm down with him, man.
All right, let's roll, homies.
Let's do this.
Yeah, let's go, man.
Sweet would have never gone along with that. He has limits. He has principles. Sure, Sweet is annoying and unreasonable at times, like when he gives CJ crap near the end of the game.
Yeah, so get the place locked down. No one's gonna ruin the hood. You hear me? No one. All right, see.
What up?
We almost got the hood under control, man. CJ, this is some serious shit, man.
Hey, man, I know, man. I went through a lot of shit for this family since you've been gone, so I know.
What? For yourself.
This is where Sweet gets really annoying.
Don't get shit confused, nigga.
Man, when you gonna give me a break?
When you stop acting like you the man. You keep yapping on what you done did, let me tell you what I done did. When Kendall needed shoes, I went out and got the money. When Mars needed operation, I robbed people for the bread. While you off in Liberty City thinking about your own shit. For 5 years, come on, man. Now you do something you wanna fucking pray? Nigga, please.
That ain't fair, man.
Now you do something. What did CJ have to do to get him out of prison?
Man, I need your help.
Man, I'm kind of busy right now. Family shit.
I helped you guys, hombre. It's time you help me and my homies. My hood's screwed up too. We got this shitty neighborhood on lockdown now.
All right, what you need?
It's time to get my old gang back together. Push out those yay-slanging punks, eh?
I know, but I got a lot going on right here in my own hood, man. And I made my brother a promise.
All your brother wants you to do is pay back your debt, CJ.
All right, I hear you. I got your back. Come on, let's roll.
Orale, the Vario's coming back.
However, there is one thing that Sweet is much better than Big Smoke at, and that is that Big Smoke would never surpass him in this, and that's loyalty. Sweet might be an idiot at times and unreasonable, but one thing he will never do is betray someone from his gang. So now about Big Smoke. Was he forced to betray Grove Street? Yes and no. Tenpenny gave him no choice, but this wasn't just a life or death situation. Big Smoke was going to profit from it, and he was going to profit really big from it. He knew that well. The reason that Tenpenny did not go to Sweet and instead Big Smoke is because he knew how Big Smoke would react. Just listen to him in the San Andreas intro, how he said that that fat guy would listen to us.
I knew that fat fuck would see it our way.
Yeah. Always do once they understand the choices we're offering.
Tenpenny knew the type of person that Big Smoke was, and knew how greedy he was. If he tried to do the same thing to Sweet, Sweet would have refused. Sweet would have rather spent his life in prison than push crack cocaine. He would even rather die than push crack. He would never betray anyone or ever be involved in that. And that is why Tenpenny isn't concerned with Sweet being in prison. Tenpenny knows that Sweet will never rat on him or Big Smoke or anyone else. Even though Sweet would kill Smoke, Ryder, and Tenpenny at this point, he's not going to do it like that. He's not going to talk. He'd rather take his life sentence than shorten it, even if it meant ratting out his worst enemies. If Sweet is going to kill someone, he's going to do it himself or send his gang over instead of talking to the feds. Say what you want about Sweet. He's not a friendly guy. He can be a massive pain at times, like when he doesn't want to leave the hood. But in reality about him is that he's a loyal guy and he would never betray you and he would have your back if you needed him. The reason Sweet refuses to leave the hood is because he sees it as his home, and he doesn't want to leave it even if it is a bad place. Sweet is an uncorruptible person. That's what makes him so valuable. I asked in a poll of which character would you guys trust the most, and most people chose Sweet. Good answer. However, a lot of people would prefer to be friends with Big Smoke, and this is exactly the reason why you don't judge a book by its cover. When San Andreas first came out, everyone loved Big Smoke, and either hated or disliked Sweet. However, as you progress through the game, it shows that even though Big Smoke is the more friendly guy, he's an opportunist that would do what's best for himself first, and wouldn't be there to back you up if it meant he wouldn't benefit from it. That's why, though, even though Sweet is rude and nasty, he's a much better friend than Big Smoke, because when you need him, he will be there to back you up. Even if there's no money to be made, even if he doesn't benefit personally, he will be there because he's your friend, he's your homie, he will back you up. Big Smoke, while he was forced to betray Sweet and Grove Street, could have easily just went to Sweet afterwards and told him, listen, Tenpenny is onto us. He's trying to flood the streets with crack. We have to stop this. But why didn't he do that after he agreed to Tenpenny's offer? It's because there is no money to be made that way. Big Smoke basically feels as though Sweet and the rest of Grove Street are holding him back, like they don't want him to achieve his full potential. He makes it clear to Sweet he cares about the crack money. However, Sweet's problem is that even though he is very loyal, his biggest weakness is that he's too naive. He never thinks that Big Smoke or Ryder would betray him because they knew each other since they were kids and grew up on the same street together, homies for life. He underestimated them and thought they would be just as loyal as him. If you don't believe me how greedy Big Smoke is, just listen to a few of his dialogues. This is from the San Andreas intro. Again, remember how Big Smoke tried to push crack.
Fool, we losing the streets, man.
Nah, we just standing by our principles, homie.
But our principles are making us bitches, man. Everyday ballers get stronger, and you and I get weaker. You and I get poorer, man.
Man, that shit'll blow over.
Oh,
it always does.
This ain't a fucking playground craze, man. This is the biggest money-making opportunity that guys like us will ever see.
I got all the shit I need. Man, I thought we was in this for the hood. Not destroying the family, man. It's Grove Street, nigga.
Big Smoke told Sweet that crack is bringing in a lot of money and he wants to push it. Sweet says we have principles. There are more times when he does try to push it again. Listen to him in Cleaning the Hood.
Hey, you gotta keep it real, man.
Man, nobody give a shit about the hood.
I do.
All they do is sell yay and ruin the place. No crack ever made a gang type.
Oh, no, man.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, CJ?
What's crack?
Man, all they care about is smoking and money.
You can't knock a homie's hustle, Sweet.
Them marks ain't soldiers. They idiots trying to be businessmen.
Yeah, but they down with us, man.
All they down with is money. CJ, go down there and show these fools you mean business. These chumps from the Ballas are sweating the homies. Go put pressure on them. Let's do it.
We've been putting time in the hood, but we gotta get the homies back together. Like the old days.
Yeah, you right. So you and Ryder gonna handle your business. Man, they're slang to their own mama. They don't care about nothing.
You're naive, my friend. We gotta keep our focus.
Again, like I said, these dealers only care about crack money. They have no loyalty, and in the Mission drive-thru.
What's happening with you, Ryder?
Respect has to be earned, Sweet, just like money.
So what you saying? You don't respect me?
What I'm saying is...
Speak up, nigga.
I'm hungry.
Ah, man, shit. Hey,
man cannot
on?
live on bread alone. I know. I tried that shit. Carl, you look a little thin, man. You gotta be hungry, man.
Yeah,
man,
I
what
could
you
eat.
fools trying to eat?
That's
what
wrong.
about some tacos?
Tacos? Again? Hell no.
Chicken, man. No discussion.
Man, I don't want no chicken.
Like I said, he says respect has to be earned just like money. When Sweet gets into his face and he says then, I'm hungry, just to change the topic of the conversation. He thinks that respect is equivalent to making money. It's not. People respect you when you do the right thing, when you have honor, integrity, but doesn't always equal money. You could be making a ton of money, but be a total scumbag that no one respects you. That's the reality about Big Smoke. He tells Sweet, you can't knock a homie's hustle, and Big Smoke says, they are down with us. Sweet says, all they're down with is money, and Sweet is 100% correct. Do you really think these crack dealers care about the hood and the homies for life? It's just like Tenpenny says.
I can't believe that nigga Smoke turned on me.
Smoke? Smoke does exactly what he's told. He learned that lesson a long time ago.
Damn, man, take it
Yeah,
easy.
homies for life? Street loyalty? That's all bullshit, Carl. Didn't you learn that when they ran you out of town just because you let Brian die? Huh?
All they care about is making money, and they don't care if they poison the streets with their drugs, just as long as they are making that bank. That is why the Ballas and the Vagos are evil, while the Aztecas and Grove Street are bad. Yes, there is a difference, because while Grove Street and the Aztecas are bad gangs, they have some principles and limits. They won't deal crack, even if it will make them millionaires, because they know it will destroy the hood and corrupt everything. Even these gangsters have limits, while the Ballas and the Vagos don't care how much of the hood is destroyed by crack as long as they make as much money as possible. That is why they are evil gangs, versus Grove Street and the Aztecas being bad gangs. So the answer to the question, was Big Smoke forced to do it? Yes, but he could still have done the right thing and stopped it, and he didn't. Following orders is not an excuse for hurting others. He hurt the hood, caused thousands of crack addictions, and so many deaths all for himself, and I will answer if he regretted it, so don't worry. Now, why was CJ's mom killed exactly? Beverly Johnson. What is her role in the story exactly? Well, CJ's mom was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. She was actually never the target. The original target was actually Sweet. Tenpenny wanted Sweet dead so that Big Smoke could take over Grove Street. Big Smoke was underboss of Grove Street. If Sweet died, he would take over and could ally with the Ballas and the Vagos dealing crack. But with Sweet as the leader and his anti-crack stance, this was a threat to Tenpenny's plan. So Tenpenny got a bunch of Ballas together and told them to eliminate Sweet. Now, a lot of people think that Big Smoke and Ryder were the ones who shot up CJ's house and killed his mom, but it wasn't them. It was these guys in the GTA San Andreas intro.
Hey, let me hit some of that, homie.
For sure, homie.
Man, what's this cess bullshit? Man, you ain't got nothing real to smoke?
Hey, they ain't cess, homie. That's that hydro.
Man, whatever.
Man, you sure about this thing?
Man, I'm telling you, dude. Grove Street's going to shit, man. They done.
But we copping off one of they OGs, man. You sure this is cool? Or this some kind of trap?
He cool, man. And if anyone tries shit, we blast them.
For sure.
Man, Grove Street ain't even no real gang no more, homie. They perpetrators. Now they even know. Shit changes. And this shit changes everybody, man. Even OGs want a slice of this. And loyal customers.
Guess you right. That shit changes everything, don't it?
For sure. Let's bounce, homie.
CJ, it's your brother.
Okay, what you want?
I think you better come home. It's about Mama. She's dead, bro.
These Ballas were responsible for killing CJ's mom. That's what they mean when they say we are capping one of their OGs. OG means original gangster. Sweet being the leader, they couldn't use corrupt Grove Street members as they could have been spotted and recognized. So Tenpenny had these Ballas do it. Now, why did they drive the green Sabre? It's because Grove Street was the base of Grove Street. If the Ballas came down that street, they would have been gunned down before even getting near CJ's house. So they instead took a green Sabre so it would blend in. Gangs actually do this in real life. They use cars painted the color of the rival gang to get into their territory and do drive-bys. However, because the Ballas were the ones who did this hit, it was a failure. The Ballas weren't that familiar with the layout of Grove Street. They knew that CJ's house was the house Sweet grew up in, but they didn't know he didn't live in that house anymore. So when they went down the street to do the drive-by, Sweet was actually across the street, and instead his mom got hit. Now they knew they wouldn't be able to attempt to hit on Sweet again so soon because he would be onto them. Tenpenny, however, prepared and made did with the situation that he had. He instead knew now that CJ would be coming back for his mom's funeral, and he could blame him for Officer Pendlebury's murder and use CJ to do whatever he wanted, creating another pawn in him. Officer Pendlebury was an internal affairs investigator. Internal affairs is a police force that investigates the police. A lot of people do not think such a thing exists, but they do. Internal affairs is there to investigate police corruption, misconduct, and police brutality. Pendlebury was onto Tenpenny and Pulaski and building a case against them. Tenpenny had him killed and forced Officer Hernandez, the newest recruit, to do it.
Say, Frank, what the hell are we gonna do about this Hernandez coming on board with us?
Exactly the same thing as last time. He's either gonna play our way or he's gonna have a problem like that oversized asshole back there. Look, I ain't worried about that, Pulaski. Pendlebury's more of a concern. If he does what he's threatening, then shit's about to get real interesting.
Yeah. Hey, Frank, how about passing me a smoke? Here! Who you gonna tell now?
Eddie, chill out, man.
The prick's still breathing.
That's good. Hernandez. Finish him off.
Come on, please, don't make me do this.
Say what?
I can't.
Hey, I thought you understood.
He's a fucking cop, you maniac.
Not no more, he ain't.
We went over this. It's about percentages.
I know.
So whose side you on? His or mine?
Yours, Frank, yours.
Then be a fucking man. You cap him, or I cap you.
Come on, do it. Pull the trigger.
The reason Tenpenny had Hernandez do it was for two reasons. One, it was to prove his loyalty, and two, it would make him complicit in their crimes, meaning there was no going back and little chance of him talking. However, Hernandez is the only crash cop that I feel somewhat bad for. He regretted what he did to Pendlebury, and when Pulaski makes a racist comment against a Mexican cab driver, he realizes he has thrown in with the wrong crowd.
Get in the car.
Ease up, man. Damn.
Watch your head. Ah! Oh, my bad.
Get out of here, you greaseball bastard! Stupid Mexican. Oh, hey, sorry.
My bag. Hey, man, my bag.
This is why Hernandez eventually breaks down and talks to the feds. Tenpenny figures it out and has him killed.
No! You snitch piece of shit! You vato asshole! You sold us out! Time to dig, Carl. You take care of things.
Huh? Where are you going?
To get drunk and get laid. You got a problem with that?
No, Frank, relax.
Good.
So,
I'll see you back at the precinct.
Officer Hernandez was the one that was informing on
in the next
Tenpenny and Pulaski. That's why Hernandez took so long to get the meat for the barbecue. He was talking to the feds.
Alright, that's good. That's deep enough for two.
Eddie, Tenpenny's just using you. He's using all of us. You're the next one he's gonna silence, man.
Shut the fuck up, scum! And it's Officer Pulaski to you. Fucking die!
So basically, the whole reason that CJ's mom was killed was to take out Sweet, but it failed, and instead she got hit. Tenpenny then used the situation to his advantage to have CJ do what he wants. Now about the green Sabre that killed CJ's mom. Did Big Smoke and Ryder know it was going to happen? Yes, they did. Ryder, because the idiot that he is, almost spills this information in drive-thru when he says they were going after Sweet. Big Smoke shuts him up pretty quickly.
How moms get killed? We gotta talk about it.
We all gotta talk about it. They was going for Sweet.
How you supposed to know that? You know what people are like. Say they have love for you, but won't say a word. Too damn scared.
Some people say they saw a green Sabre doing the work, then speeding away.
Yeah, but people like to talk, don't they? Anyway, that's half of Santos you talking about.
Yeah, you right. My bad.
Hey, bruh.
They had sprayed the house. I ain't see shit.
Big Smoke knew his best friend was going to be killed and did nothing to stop it. But why was Big Smoke in CJ's house at the start of the game? Big Smoke, remember, he was Sweet's best friend. Sweet considered him basically another brother. He probably had another key to the house. So why was Big Smoke there? He was there to kill Sweet when he comes back from the funeral of his mom. But why does Big Smoke say, "You picked the wrong house, fool"?
You picked the wrong house, fool! Hey, Big Smoke! It's me, Carl! Chill!
CJ? Oh, my dog! What's up? Hey, baby. You okay, man?
Nah, man. It's my mom's, homie.
Hey, I don't know why this had to happen, but I promise you, I'm gonna find out who killed your moms. The streets is cold, dog. Like it says in the book, we are blessed and cursed.
What fucking book?
Same things make us laugh, make us cry. But right now, we gotta take care of our business. Go see your brother at the cemetery. Come on, let's bounce.
It's because he was spying on who was coming into the house. Remember that it has been years since he saw CJ. CJ, last time he saw Big Smoke was a late teen in 1987, and 5 years have passed. He probably did not recognize CJ right away and thought he was a burglar, or the burglar thing might have just been an excuse just to CJ wouldn't think anything of it. That's why he says, "You picked the wrong house, fool." When CJ says, "Chill, Smoke, it's me, Carl," he recognizes him and stops. Big Smoke did not anticipate CJ coming to the house before the funeral. He couldn't get out of the house in time and thought of another plan quickly. If it was a burglar, he would score points with Sweet for protecting his house. The reason that Big Smoke doesn't kill CJ is for two reasons. One, CJ already saw him, so he lost the element of surprise. And two, he doesn't get anything out of killing CJ, and in the fact, it would just make Sweet suspicious, or he might have thought CJ didn't show up. Smoke, like the opportunist he is, thought he will use CJ instead. CJ hasn't seen him for some time, so he's the perfect guy to run those errands for him. If Sweet helped him with all those missions like buying marijuana from the Vagos, stopping the San Fierro Reef on the train, and dealing with the Russian Mafia, he would be onto him. Sweet would figure it out. CJ was back in town after 5 years, and so he wouldn't attract attention to Smoke, so he was the perfect guy for him to use. Now here's the big question. Did Big Smoke regret betraying CJ, Sweet, and the rest of Grove Street? Does he regret all that he did? It's complicated, but the short answer is no. Let me explain. Big Smoke has a conversation with Ryder in the San Andreas introduction, where he tells him, "We don't have much choice, but if we can make some Benjamins while we're at it, then that's good."
The way I see it, man, I need to be in charge of my destiny, homie.
This way you will be, homie. This is all about destiny. You know I got your back, right, homie?
Cool. How my shit look, fool?
Yeah, it's cool. Now, the way I see it is that we don't have a choice. Ain't nothing to feel bad about. You put a gun to a brother's head, brother's gonna do what he's told, no matter if he's a fool or a wise man. You don't want a bullet in the brain, but if you can make it work and make some Benjamins while you at it, then that's cool.
It's gonna take more than a bullet in the head to stop me.
I don't doubt that, homie.
By Benjamins, he means $100 bills. Big Smoke is even laughing and joking with Ryder about it, showing that he doesn't care that his best friend is about to be killed. Ryder doesn't either. Big Smoke knew he would go along with it when Sweet wouldn't. And remember, when Big Smoke says, "If you can eat your food while everyone else is losing theirs and blaming you, then you straight." It goes back to this. He's saying that if you can make money while everyone else is getting screwed over, then that's good. There's an extra scene in the San Andreas introduction where someone is crying on the phone while arguing with Tenpenny. This is most likely Big Smoke.
I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about your principles. I don't give a fuck about your friends. People who step in my way get fucked with. Now, you got paid. You took the money. I'm trying to set you up for life here, boy, and you're inadequate. You're no use to me at all, boy. Maybe I should kill you instead. Eddie, organize a hit squad.
Not a problem.
You hear that? You feeling me here? You about to wake up with your head 50 feet away from your body, son. Do what we agreed. Oh, you think you can put one over on me? Do you? I don't think so. So do it. This week.
All good, pal?
Pal, I'm your superior officer, and don't you forget that shit. But yeah, all good.
So is he gonna do it?
Didn't I say it's all good?
So we gonna go get the kid?
Yeah. Let's initiate the little bastard into the force.
People point to this and say this is proof that Big Smoke regrets betraying Sweet. However, it's not. Let me explain why. Let's compare Big Smoke right now to the biggest traitor in the entire GTA world. Who is the biggest traitor in all of the GTA world? It's in the HD universe, but this is relevant. The biggest GTA traitor of all time is Dimitri in GTA 4. Both Big Smoke and Dimitri act friendly towards Nico and CJ and tell them that they are their friends and have their backs. We both know that these are lies. Both characters end up betraying Nico and CJ, and both Nico and CJ end up killing them at the end of the game. However, there is a very big difference between Dimitri's betrayal of Nico and Big Smoke's betrayal of CJ. The difference is the heart of the characters. Dimitri's heart is pure darkness. It's evil. There's nothing there. Dimitri was never Nico's friend. He was never even Faustin's friend. It was all an act to get what he wanted, which was to take over Faustin's business. Dimitri's a psychopath, and when he felt he didn't need Nico anymore, he sold him out to Bulgarin. If you love this video and want to see a similar one, I also have a video that I made nearly 2 years ago explaining why Dimitri betrayed Nico and his betrayal in full and why he did it. I think he is the best written GTA antagonist, but going back to Big Smoke, his betrayal of CJ is completely different, and it's because even though Dimitri's heart was full of darkness and evil, Big Smoke's heart was instead corrupted. It wasn't pure evil like Dimitri. Dimitri was never Nico's friend or Faustin's friend, while Big Smoke was CJ and Sweet's friend in the past. He actually was, and he did care about them and considered them his friends. The reason that Smoke's heart was different than Dimitri's was because he was CJ and Sweet's friend in the past. He actually was, and he did care about them, and he did consider them homies for life. That's why Dimitri is evil and Big Smoke is just bad. The reason that Smoke was crying on the phone was because he was upset that Sweet was going to die and trying to find a way to spare him, but Tenpenny wasn't listening. However, in the end, he did nothing to warn Sweet. The reason is because even though Big Smoke had people he considers friends like CJ and Sweet in the end, he cares more about money than his friendship and loyalty. Remember, Big Smoke's entire attitude is Sweet keeping me down. Remember what he says in response to OG Loco when he tells them the parole officer forced him to get a job.
What's your plans, big gangster? Now you a free man and all.
Man, I ain't free. My parole officer lined me up with a job.
Motherfucker always trying to keep a player down.
You got that right. Still, ain't so bad. I'ma be a hygiene technician.
Coming up in the world, huh?
Just a stepping stone to greatness.
Instead of praising him for trying to live a legitimate life, Big Smoke instead encourages dishonesty, telling him that they are trying to keep a playa down. Big Smoke sees himself as that playa. And what does Sweet tell OG Loco in the intro? It's a very...
Man, whoever heard of a gangster rapper called Jeffrey,
hey,
man?
Jeffrey, man, get the hell out of here with that.
Man, come on, move.
OG Loco? And that's a gangster name, man. Like Sweet or Big Smoke.
Jeffrey, you ain't no gangster.
Man, you ain't never put in no work for the set. You a friend, but you ain't no gangster.
Man, I'm for real, homie. For real.
Okay, cool. Now kick rocks. You messing up my game.
You know what? I'm gonna prove to y'all how real I am. Watch me.
Hey, Jeffrey, go to college, man. Make something of yourself. Me and a fat man, we mess our lives up. We fucked up in the game, man. We products of the environment. Don't be an idiot, man. Make us proud. Do shit different, baby.
But I'm a gangster rapper. It's my calling, homie.
Look, man, do whatever you want, but get the fuck out.
Nah, man. Go be a gangster someplace else, baby.
Get y'all.
Sweet tells him that him and Big Smoke messed up their lives. He admits being a gangster isn't a good thing, and encourages OG Loco Jeffrey to go to college, and I think he is being totally sincere here when he tells him to make us proud. OG Loco instead sees this as an insult, and a personal attack on himself instead of good advice, which it was. This is why I say Sweet has principles and integrity. I would much rather him be my friend than Big Smoke, and you would too if you really think about it. And I personally think that Sweet is envious of CJ for getting out of the hood and living a much better life since he has been in prison. I just think he still blames CJ for Brian's death, his other brother's death that he can't admit to. And he can't admit that CJ is successful, but deep down inside, I think that he does admire CJ. Big Smoke thinks to himself that Sweet is holding him back. He thinks, I can be the crack lord of the city, and I can rule the hoods, but this guy will bring us all down with him. He is my friend, but his vision is wrong, and he has to go. This is Big Smoke's entire attitude regarding it, but Sweet isn't holding him back. He just cares about the hood. Big Smoke's problem is that he constantly is thinking about what's good for himself and not what's good for the hood. This is why Sweet is the ideal leader. The reason that Big Smoke tries to convince Sweet to go into the crack business is because while he ultimately will do it regardless if Sweet says yes or no, he still wants his friends to come into it with him. In Big Smoke's ideal situation, it will be OG Loco running his rap career, fronting money for him, Sweet, Ryder, and CJ working with him in his crack empire. If CJ and Sweet were okay with dealing crack, Big Smoke would have never betrayed them and brought them in. They were still his friends after all, but because he was part of the plan that killed CJ and Sweet's mom, and that Sweet and CJ wouldn't change their minds, there was really no going back. He wouldn't have changed his mind regardless, don't get me wrong, but he wanted his friends to be there with him. However, when it comes down to it, who is he gonna choose? Friendship or drug money? He's gonna choose that crack money over his friends, meaning he doesn't regret it at all. It's not a completely cold, evil betrayal like Dimitri, but he is an opportunist. He does what benefits himself first. But when people defend Big Smoke, here's the thing they never talk about, and that's Kendall. Why is she relevant? Because she had a price put on her head because she was Caesar's girlfriend.
Hey!
Carl, it's Caesar.
What's up?
Bad stinking shit, that's what's up, Holmes.
What's wrong? Where's Kendall? Is she okay?
She's with me, she's okay for now. The Varios Los Aztecas, it's all over. There's a price on my head. Maybe Kendall's too.
What happened?
Trust, respect, honor, they don't mean jack in Los Santos now. My OGs, my S's, all dead or in hiding, eh?
Get out of town. Head over to Angel Pine, rent you and Kendall a trailer, and I'll meet you there.
Okay. Well, I just got some shit to take care of, and
No, just get my sister out of town someplace safe. Don't shit with me on this one. I can't lose her, man.
Sure thing, Holmes. We'll see you in Angel Pine.
Hey, Carl.
How you doing, sis?
This ain't over, man. I did this to take care of my woman. But now I'm gonna head straight back home and I'm gonna cap me some fucking dope dealers.
Hey, look. You going to the barrio with that Big Willie bullshit, and you gonna get shredded.
And I ain't losing you over no macho bullshit.
Hey, relax, man. It's gonna get handled when it's time.
We already know who the fucking bad guys are, man. Your stinking grocery brother Smoke and those Chota pigs, Tenpenny and Pulaski. Smoke, he's a pusher, man.
No, not Smoke. He might mess with Crash, but he don't mess with no Ye.
Come on, CJ. How you think he got that new house, huh? Just let that grow for life bullshit go and
Ye is slang for crack.
Word on the street is twice a week. Smoke sends a car out to San Fierro and the trunk comes back full of white.
Shit! I gotta keep my eye on the highway to San Fierro. Maybe I'll see something. Just lay low and I'll be back.
Big Smoke could have easily taken that contract off her head. He could have done that at least for his former best friends, sparing his sister. She had minimal involvement in Grove Street. He could have reached out to her and told her, "You are not a target, you can stay in Los Santos, you have my word." Nope. He didn't do that. Instead, Kendall had to flee and live in a trailer with Caesar on the run. This is why I say Big Smoke is a complete scumbag. He was so paranoid that he even saw Kendall as a threat and was going to eliminate anyone not part of his plan, even his former best friend's sister. That's who Big Smoke is. And there's even more proof that Big Smoke has no regrets. In the final mission, End of the Line, CJ could have just shot Big Smoke in the back of the head, but he wanted an explanation on why he betrayed Grove Street. Big Smoke tells him he has no regrets and he's a success.
Hey, Smoke!
Hey, CJ, I was wondering when you would show up.
How'd you know it was me?
Knew it was my old dog, CJ. Knew you was coming and I don't give a shit.
I'm here to take care of your fat ass. Then I'm gonna take care of your friends in the police department. Where they at?
Man, fuck this shit. Man, that's some good shit.
Man, you and Tenpenny.
Man, fuck Tenpenny, and fuck his Polish lapdog, and fuck the police, man. Oh, that's old shit. Look at you, you got the whole world. I ain't got no regrets, man.
Smoke, you had...
I made it, CJ. I'm a success. I can't be touched. I don't give a fuck. Fuck the whole world.
What happened to you, man?
Man, what the fuck do you care? I guess we better do this shit then.
Even in Big Smoke's final moments, he still doesn't regret it.
Hey, Smoke, what made you flip out like that, man? Was it the drugs or what?
I got caught up in the money, the power. I don't give a shit. Oh, fuck, man.
Why you just didn't quit, man? We was like family, homie.
I had no choice. I had to do it. I just see the opportunity of when I'm gone, everyone gonna remember my name. Big Smoke.
Big Smoke was dying there. There was no coming back from this. CJ tries to appeal to him on a human level, telling him they were like family. He asks him why he did what he did. Smoke instead says that he had no choice. He never says Tenpenny forced him. He instead says, I could just see the opportunity and I have to do it. He sees the opportunity, huh? This is why I say he's an opportunist. Someone who cares primarily about himself, even at the expense of others. Big Smoke could have easily said here, I'm sorry for what I did to you, CJ. Please forgive me. I should have never gone into this crack game. It's evil. But he doesn't do that. Instead, he just says, when I'm gone, everyone will remember my name, Big Smoke. He could have easily tried to salvage any dignity he had left and apologize. But he didn't apologize at all for all the pain that he caused. In the end, he just makes it about himself and only himself. The people defending Big Smoke can't tell me he couldn't have at least apologized to CJ in his last dying breath. Kendall says that he's an opportunist at the end, in End of the Line, along with CJ, who says that Smoke always fought differently than us.
30 years to cross over, but you managed it, man. I mean, man, you're an icon, man.
Oh, thanks, man.
I'm just glad it's finally over.
What's up with Smoke?
You know what's up with Smoke. He always saw things a little different than us.
Smoke? Smoke was always on his own, always out for self.
That is the surest path to hell, man. Well, without our 15 microdots and an ounce of mescaline.
Let's go get something to eat.
Sounds good to me.
CJ and Sweet fought about what's good for the homies, what's good for Grove Street, what's good for the hood. Big Smoke always fought about what's good for himself and his own image. Just like Truth says, this is the quickest path to hell. Big Smoke's own initials highlight his personalities. Big Smoke is short for BS, which is bullshit. His own license plate says A2TMFK, which most likely means a two-timing MFer. Some people on the GTA Wiki thinks that this means a 2-ton MFer, but I personally think it means that he's two-timing, that he's a traitor, that he's gonna backstab you. This signifies that he's a traitor, while Sweet's license plate is Grove for life. There's nothing selfish about that, while Big Smoke's license plate is entirely selfish. That's why I personally think Sweet is one of the most underrated characters. Sure, he is an idiot, and he is rude at times, and he's unreasonable. Don't get me wrong, he does give CJ a lot of crap that he doesn't deserve, but he's loyal and honest, and he's uncorruptible. If I ever made a video with the most honest GTA characters, Sweet would be on that list. And that is that for this video. Big Smoke in the end cared primarily about himself. He had people he considered friends, but when he realized how much money he could make, he threw his friends to the side and screwed them over to benefit himself. He didn't regret it at all. But there is one thing he does regret, and that is that he didn't kill CJ sooner. I personally believe if he could go back, the only thing he would change is he would kill CJ before he can ruin his plans. And that is that for this character analysis. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. These videos take me a lot to make. If you do enjoy them, please do drop a like. It does help me tremendously and helps me make more content like this. If you do like other lore videos, check out my lore playlist as well as my character analysis on Sweet and why he refuses to leave the hood, why OG Loco doesn't tell Mad Dog the truth, and why Dimitri betrays Nico. Thank you guys for watching. I wanted to make a video on just Big Smoke's betrayal and if he was really forced, because I see so many comments of people defending Big Smoke saying he had no choice, he had to do it, but in the end, you know, following orders is not an excuse, and he took pleasure in that. He made a lot of money, and he didn't regret it up until the very end, and that's why I say, I don't think that Big Smoke regretted it in the end. So thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, do drop a like, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.